Hey everybody, so today I am here to review the Willow Go breast pump with you guys. So I unboxed this on my channel a couple of weeks ago, well more than a couple of weeks ago at this point, but I will link that video down below in case you want to see everything that it comes with, what it's like opening the box, all of that stuff. Go over some other things in there as well. I will also have a follow-up to this video on how to use this pump that'll probably come in the following week, but today we are going to be reviewing it. I'm going to use the same bullet points I always do. We're going to run through those, and then at the end of the video I will give you guys my thoughts and opinions on it as well. And just a heads up, it was really tempting with this certain review, but I am not going to be comparing them. I will have comparison videos the same week that I have the how-to. I'm hoping I get to film those next Monday, and that means that the following week those will be rolling out for you guys as I edit them. So let's just go ahead and jump into the review. Like I said, if you want to see more of like everything that this pump comes with and all the accessories and stuff like that, go ahead, watch that how-to. We're going to skip right into what this pump is all about and the stuff that you need to know. So the first review point is price. This retails for $330. That's what I bought it for, and I do expect that eventually this would be a pump that would be covered by insurance. I do think with time it'll be an option available, but probably not widely accessible. Right now it's only available for purchase on their website along with Buybuybaby, and I think there may be one other place, but it is also a brand new pump, so I would expect for it to slowly be rolled out more places. The next review point is function and ease of use. Like I said in my unboxing, I was really happy to see the design of this pump. I feel like it's far more streamlined in both parts and ways of use. Like everything about it is just a lot easier to get a hold of and faster. I told you guys before that with the other Willow pump, not to make it too much of a comparison, but there's much more pieces. So this one is a lot more straightforward when you're putting them together, when you're taking them apart, all things considered. It's a pretty easy pump to get acquainted with. Number 3 is reviews, and while it is a brand new pump, there was around like 400-ish reviews on Buybuybaby, and it was around 4 stars for an overall rating of it. Number 4 is portability and power option. So obviously this is a wearable pump that is cordless. So it's rechargeable. You charge the base of this. This is the motor part of it. So this is what you charge up. There's a charging port right there, and then you charge this, and then you're able to pump both hands-free and also wire-free. I noticed that on the Willow website itself, it mentioned that this pump can go for about 3 sessions. And I also noticed that in other literature about this pump of theirs, they mentioned the fact that a session is equated to 15 minutes, which I've already spoken my piece on that in the unboxing. I don't agree with it. Not everybody empties in that amount of time, so don't really like that, but needless to say, it's around 45 minutes to an hour. So it is a shorter battery life, and I did not expect that going in. I honestly don't look too much into pumps before I buy them to review them for you guys. I just go ahead and do it because I know you guys will be wanting my opinion on them. So I didn't even know that going in, and that was really disappointing to find out. So number 5 is accessibility to replacement and spare parts. Obviously online, and probably only online right now, but again, brand new pump, so hopefully with time you'd be able to find things. From my understanding at least, not interchangeable with the other Willow version. So these are specific to this pump. The other one would be specific to that one. So you would have to be able to find replacement and spare parts specifically for the Willow Go. Number 6 is customer service. I've never had an issue with them. And number 7 is durability. And this is probably questionable at best. And I don't say that lightly. I am technically a Willow affiliate after trying the Willow version 3. I agreed to be an affiliate, and that was only after I used that pump and I really enjoyed it and I really liked it. All they ever wanted from me was my honest opinion, and I gave it to them, and that's why I was comfortable becoming an affiliate. So it's not with ease that I say I don't know how much I trust this pump, which is a huge bummer because, like I said, I like the original version, but I've already talked about the lifespan in the unboxing, but in case you didn't see that, they mentioned the lifespan to be 3 15-minute sessions for a year, which basically is about 45 minutes a day of use for one single year. Now, if you are an exclusive pumper or even more than just an occasional pumper, that's not a lot of time, especially if the amount of time it takes you to empty is not within that 15-minute time frame. So you're going to be using that up quite a bit. And I've already explained to no end that I understand that just because something has a lifespan doesn't mean that this thing's going to drop dead the second it hits that. But at the same time, it's expensive and people need to be able to have confidence that it will last well beyond maybe what's ever mentioned in a user manual. And I just don't get that here, especially with the battery life. I just don't know how much this could keep up in the long run. Between the lifespan and also the battery life, I'm just not sure of its capabilities, you know, 1+ year down the line. And if you're someone, like I said, that is more than occasionally pumping, I just don't know how well it would keep up with you even for a few months. Number 8 is noise level. Now, I went through some of the more critical reviews. It's something that I do. I try to test out things that people mention. And I did see a couple of people mention that it was loud, but in my personal opinion, I don't think it is. Of course, it does make noise and it's something that you can definitely hear in a quiet room. But I had my husband walk into the doorway of our bedroom and he did not know that I had this on at all. And I had it on. I had it pressed against my breast. I asked him if he heard anything in the room and he said he couldn't hear anything. Obviously, take that with a grain of salt, that it's very amateur kind of testing right there. But I feel like if you're in an office setting where there is other noise, you know, going on and you're not in some pin drop silent place, people really aren't going to hear this. Number 9 is closed or open system. This is a closed system. Like I've said before, these kind of wearable pumps completely ride on the fact that it's a closed system. Otherwise, their motors would be broken. And then the last review point is, does it have some kind of 2-phase option? And it does. There is a stimulation mode, which is meant to stimulate and get milk flowing. And there's expression mode, which is supposed to empty you and pull all the milk out. So it does offer both of those modes. And then as far as any bonus kind of about this pump, obviously it's wireless, it's tubeless, it's wearable. That is a huge bonus in and of itself. Partly the reason why it's so expensive, but also this is a smart pump, so you are able to connect to the Willow Go app. So it's a smart pump along with everything else that I've already mentioned. They offer 17mm all the way up to 27mm, so not quite as high as I would love for it to go, but them offering the 17mm is definitely a good sign. They also offer a larger reusable container to go on here. So this one that it comes with as stock is 5 ounces, but there's also a 7-ounce option as well. But that's going to kind of lead me into the review portion of this and get into my thoughts and opinions, talking about both the phalange sizes and also the larger milk container. Those things cost extra money. Any sizes, I guess I should say, that aren't 21 or 24 cost an additional $20. And then as far as the milk containers, those are another $30 if you need the 7-ounce size. Definitely with phalange size, that is not something people control. And mostly when it comes to milk supply, that's also something to a degree people have no control over. So to charge people the extra money just to get what they need to make a pump workable for them, I don't like that whatsoever. Not at all, not a fan. Especially when this thing is already $330. It should come with whatever I need to accommodate it to me. I'm already paying that amount of money. I do not agree with the other sizes and the larger container being more money. I don't like it. Overall, I had really high hopes for this. When I took it out of the box, I loved seeing that it was a lot simpler to put together. It was really straightforward to the point where just playing around with it during that unboxing that I did with you guys, by the end of it, I felt like I had a pretty good understanding of how everything worked. And, you know, the buttons are simple enough on top. You know, you have the power, the mode, and decrease and increase buttons. So I was just thoroughly expecting to enjoy this as much, if not more, than the original Willow, and this fell so short for me. The more I learned about it, the more I experienced it hands-on. I just don't know that I can recommend this if you're anything other than an occasional pumper, or, you know, maybe you expect to be away from baby a couple of nights here and there, and, you know, you mainly nurse. Other than that, I don't know that I can recommend this. That battery life is not very long at all, you know, and say it takes you 30 minutes to empty instead of the 15 that they mentioned, that's only 2 pumping sessions. And that's if you empty in 30 minutes. That's if you don't have a clog. That's if all your stuff is lined up and you get the proper suction. That's if you're not just having a hard time getting a letdown. You're able to pump undistracted and have no interruptions. All these different factors. That's if you can get away with it only being 30 minutes. That would only be 2 sessions. For a pump this expensive, it should have a far longer battery life. It should not rely on people who are using it to remember to charge it up if they need to use it multiple times in a day. And I just don't like this stereotype of it should take you 15 minutes to empty. That could have negative impacts on people's supplies if they think that that's what's acceptable. You should pump until you're empty. Now, if it's going over 45 minutes, I would say you have a problem that you need to troubleshoot, because then you're getting into nipple trauma kind of territory. But it is completely normal, and I would say fairly common, for people to be on the farther end of 30 minutes to empty, sometimes less. You know, with Sophie, I emptied in 7 minutes, and with Remy, it took me almost 35. Everyone, every journey is different. So to sit here and kind of just put this 15-minute stamp on everything, I cannot stand that to no end, because there are going to be people who think that that's normal and be like, okay, my 15 minutes is up and this is all I made. And it could hurt their supply if you're not emptying. So I really hope that even if you choose to go with this pump, you understand that the amount of time it takes you to pump is the amount of time it takes you to pump. So unless it's too long and it's causing nipple trauma, it's not a problem. Between the battery life and the lifespan, how expensive this pump still is, I just don't know that I can recommend it to most people. It is a bummer because I like the brand, I like their other pump, and I wish that I could come here and say that I definitely think it's worth your money, but I don't think it is. I would pass on this for the most part. I have other recommendations, which is why I want to do those comparisons for you guys that I think are worth your money and your time and your choice. I guess if you're rarely going to be pumping and you just really want to stick with the Willow brand, then you could give this a shot. If you made it all the way to the end of the video, why don't we go ahead and put the milk bottle emoji for all the pumping people out there. And like I said, I will have a how to use along with some comparison videos coming up. Thank you for your patience with this. It's been crazy adjusting to summertime. Also, my husband has a new work schedule that we're still getting adjusted to and stuff like that. So I really appreciate your guys' patience. You know, I'm just a stay-at-home mom with 3 kids like a lot of you, so I know you guys get it. But yeah, if you have any questions, leave them down in the comments. I'll do my best to answer them. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, thanks for watching.